Welcome everyone. I'm so happy to have you here. My name is Kelsey. I'm a registered dietitian, and today we are going to be making a hearty and protein-rich breakfast option. This is a great option if you are on a GLP-1 medication and you're looking to lose weight and balance your blood sugars. So let's get started. This is actually a pancake recipe, and oftentimes pancakes are said to be not really blood sugar or weight loss friendly, right? Some people might kind of stay away from pancakes. And oftentimes pancakes are filled with more carbs and sugars than maybe we want, especially when you're trying to lose weight. So we are boosting these pancakes with a lot of protein and some extra fiber to help your body lose weight in a healthy way. So I have a high protein milk here. This is called Fairlife Milk. This is a great brand to use because it does have more protein than typical milk. You can also use any other cow's milk of your choice or soy milk to get that protein that we need. And then I'm also using whole wheat flour, and the whole wheat flour in these pancakes is a great option instead of white flour because it's actually going to give you more fiber. So first, you're going to put your whole wheat flour in the bowl, and then we are going to add a cup of this high protein milk. Now, a lot of pancake recipes will actually call for oil, so some type of canola oil or even butter. And what we're doing is we're kind of eliminating the need for that by using Greek yogurt. So I am just using a plain Greek yogurt here that is packed with protein and healthy fats to help you stay full and to balance your blood sugar so that you can lose weight in a healthy way. So next we're gonna add our Greek yogurt, about half a cup. And then we have 2 additional protein sources here, 2 eggs. And so when we add these eggs, we are also getting more protein, more healthy fats. So as you can see, this recipe is packed with protein, and then we're getting some fiber too. Now, I know some of you might have some questions about, making these balanced meals for breakfast. Maybe you want pancakes one day or eggs another day or oatmeal. And you can kind of mix and match whatever you prefer, but just remember to get in that protein when you can, because that's going to set you up for success. So we have baking powder, and this is our next ingredient. This is really going to help your pancakes rise. So we're adding 2 teaspoons. And then another rising agent is this baking soda here, and we have about half a teaspoon. So this is our base of ingredients here. So this is kind of our basic pancake recipe that we can mix and match and kind of customize as we see fit. So I am going to stir this up. And what we'll do next is add kind of some flavors to this pancake batter. All right, and when you're mixing this, we don't want to over mix it because that can actually make the pancakes not as fluffy. So we want to just get it mixed enough so that we don't see any chunks of flour or baking soda, baking powder. Okay, looks perfect. And then, like I mentioned, we have some mix-ins here. We have vanilla extract. This adds kind of a nice sweet flavor without adding extra sugar, because we want to keep our breakfast low in sugar to help our body lose weight and balance our blood sugars. We have some other mix-ins here. We have cinnamon, we have almond extract, pumpkin spice, and these are great ways to kind of change that flavor palette if you're looking to switch it up throughout the week. So I'm just gonna stick with the vanilla extract today and just gonna slowly stir that in. And then this is what your batter should look like. Now it's time to cook our pancakes. So we have a cooking spray here. You can use oil or butter, but just remember that is going to add calories. So this is a great 0-calorie way to cook your pancakes. And then that leaves you room to be a little bit more flexible throughout the day if you want calories somewhere else, like a nice hearty snack or maybe a dessert after dinner. So we are gonna spray our pan there. And then we are gonna use a measuring cup, about 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup to cook our pancakes. And you can kind of switch this up depending on how big you like your pancakes. All right, and we'll set our pan here with our cooking spray to about medium heat. We don't want it too high. We want them to cook through very thoroughly. There we go. We got one pancake on. And I see a great question here. What are some other ingredient changes that I can make each week to keep this recipe exciting? I love this question. Thank you so much for asking. So there's a bunch of different things that we can do to kind of mix this up. And one thing I like to recommend is adding fruit. You could add sliced bananas, cinnamon apples, blueberries, strawberries. You can also add nuts and seeds. So something I like to recommend is adding peanut butter or pumpkin seeds, even pecans or walnuts. And when we add these mix-ins, it helps to kind of switch it up for us a little bit and make it more satisfying. So that is a great question. All right. And we can see our pancakes are cooking nicely here. We have some bubbles popping up. So when you're cooking your pancakes, you'll notice the bubbles. And when you start to notice that, that means that it's almost time to flip. So we see a few bubbles here, but we want to make sure we see it everywhere before we flip. All right, awesome. And that is a great question that I just saw. Can I make these and freeze them? Yes, you can. When it comes to pancakes or even waffles, you can actually make ahead and freeze and then take out of the freezer whenever you want to enjoy them. Pop them in the toaster, the microwave. Typically, they're good for a few weeks in the freezer. And you can also freeze them after you add in those mix-ins that we talked about too. That's a really great way to make meal prep so much easier and make your weight loss journey easier as well. Oh, we have some great bubbles there. So exciting. And when I'm making these pancakes, something that is important to keep in mind is that it also matters what you put on top of your pancakes. So some people might like to put maple syrup or butter. While these are really yummy options, they don't always support us on our weight loss journey. So I would recommend portioning out your maple syrup and your butter so that you know exactly how much you're adding, so that if you're tracking your food, you can keep track of that. You can also try alternatives like maybe a lower calorie butter or margarine, or a maple syrup or syrup that has less sugar in it. Some people like to also do like a fresh fruit option on top to add that little sweetness and flavor. And that's a great way to flavor your pancakes without adding extra calories. All right, we are looking good, a little bit longer here. And one other thing to recommend about pancakes is that when it comes to making them, remember that you can mix it up as you see fit. So I mentioned, Greek yogurt and high protein milk, but if you're looking for a dairy-free option, you can use a dairy-free high protein milk, like soy milk, or like a plant-based yogurt that has extra protein in it. Those are great ways to still get your protein in, but also make it dairy-free. Oh, it's looking so good. So we are going to flip here. Awesome. And as you can see, this makes a lot of pancakes. So I will provide the nutrition information so that you can see, as well as the serving size. But overall, this is going to give you enough fiber, healthy fats, protein, and a good amount of carbs to keep you satisfied and well nourished throughout the day, but to also help your body with that weight loss. All right, we are cooking here, and I'm gonna turn up the heat a little bit. I think my heat is a little low. Perfect. And if you have a bigger pan too, you can make more at one time. I have a small pan here, and I don't like when my pancakes run into one another. Do we have any other questions from the crowd? Let's see. Thank you all so much for being here. This is so awesome to show you this high protein, balanced breakfast. And someone asked, is there anything else I can add to this meal to have a well-rounded breakfast? That is a great question. Remember, when we're making that well-rounded, balanced breakfast, we want some protein, we want some carbs, we want some fats and fiber. So we're looking for those 4 food groups there. So this satisfies all of those food groups, but you could also add a side of scrambled eggs for more protein. You could add a side of fresh fruit. You could also have this with like a protein shake or protein smoothie. Some people will even make a shake or smoothie that has veggies in it so that you're really hitting all of those food groups there. So you could have like spinach or kale in a smoothie, and that way you're getting even more fiber to help you on your journey. Beautiful. This looks so good. Awesome. And we are going to wait for this to be done. I also have one that I made earlier, and this is kind of how fluffy it is. Look at that. It's beautiful, and it usually goes really well with any toppings or mix-ins that you want to add. So again, you can add bananas, apples, blueberries, strawberries, anything to add that flavor. All right, we are looking good. This one is done, and you'll know it's done when it's a little bit golden brown here. Okay, and we'll put it on our plate there. Are there any other questions? We are about to close out our pancake breakfast right now, but if there's any other questions, let me know so I can answer them for you. I'm gonna put another pancake here on the pan. Oh, someone asked, what is your favorite healthy topping? That's a great question. I personally like to do sliced bananas and like a drizzle of peanut butter. And then it's kind of like a peanut butter banana sandwich. It's so delicious. I also really like to do pecans and blueberries. So I try to do some type of fruit and some type of nut to even balance that meal out further. So think about what toppings you might like to add to this. It really is such a versatile recipe, and it's a great base to add in whatever you like. I see some bubbles starting there. Awesome. So I don't see any other questions right now, but as I mentioned, I will post the recipe and the nutrition information so that you have it. If you try this out, let me know. I'd love to know what you think of it. So I hope you enjoyed this pancake recipe. And if you're looking for more tips and tricks on your weight loss journey, join Patients Like Me and visit their community and website. They have so much valuable information and support waiting for you to make your weight loss journey so much easier.